We're ready to put the walls of the chalet onto the block of land. Let's have a look at the plan view. Here we see the chalet, the walls. This is the driveway. This is the front of the block, and the overall size of the block we see is 46 by 25, so we've got that in. And now we have to have a look at the position where we're going to start the walls of this house. If we look from the boundary line up to this wall here, we look across to the side and we see there's 8 meters and 1 meter, which is 9 meters. So from the edge it's 9 meters. From the front we can see down here it's 10 meters. Those lines coming up to the front wall. So this first corner, 10 by 9. Let's go and set the wall up. I just want to talk about these little tabs you can see on each side of the work area here. They're reference lines, and I can drag one and bring it to the edge of the block like that. I can also drag one from this side and snap it to the edge of the block. And this helps me with measuring and setting up. So now that I've got those two reference lines there, I'm going to get a position for the start of my wall. If we look back on the plan again, it's 9 meters in and 10 meters in from the front. So let's grab this. If I hold my cursor on the reference line, a little orange circle with a drag icon will come up. Just click and hold and drag. Just keep holding and then press D keyboard and then just press in my 9 meters. So 9000, enter. And that's position my reference line here. Now 10 meters in from the front. Hold the cursor over, click down and don't let go. Just drag. As you drag out a bit, hit D, and then we'll hit 10, 000, 10 meters, enter. And now I've got the position here where I'm going to start the wall of my chalet. So let's go and set the wall up. Go to Options, Element Attributes, and Building Materials. This gives us the structure of different materials, and you can see over here under the Priority tab, when two materials intersect, you can give one material more priority over the other material. If timber was going into a brick wall, you can make brick wall have the priority over the timber. Over here we've got our cut fill, so this is what it looks like on the plan view, and down here we've got the surface finish, so the appearance. We have our building materials. We've shown how they look on the plan, which is the cut view, and we also have the finish, cut fill, and the surface finish. In here we're going to choose brick structure, and we're going to create our new wall. We're going to create a custom wall, so we're going to go new and rename this brick structural, and it's going to be white in bracket. And okay, so we've created our new brick structural white. Come in here and change the color to 161. And the brick here will change to brick surface, white brick natural. And just go OK. Now go to Options, Element Attributes, and to Composites. Now that we've chosen the structure that we're going to use, we're going to modify that structure inside the composite area. Okay, in this area we can choose the closest wall or brickwork that suits what we need. We're going to do some brickwork, so let's choose 250 brickwork plastered and create our own wall. Duplicate. We're going to rename it so that we can recognize our wall, so let's call it exterior wall 1. Exterior wall 01. Okay, and you can see up the top here we've got exterior wall, and we've created it and it's in our list now, so we can select it. Now we're going to change some of the measurements on this wall. Here we can see the cut fill, so we'll see it, the plaster, we've got internal brick, we've got a cavity here, and we've got our structural brick on the outside. Over here we see the sizes that we've got. So the thickness of this is 110, and on the cavity space here We've got 50, 90 for the internal brick, and the plaster down here is 10. So we're going to leave the plaster at 10, the brick at 90. We're going to reduce the cavity to 40. Before we do that, notice down here it's 260. We want 250. So we're going to reduce the cavity between the two bricks to 40, and now we've got our 250, and we'll go OK. Now we're ready to insert our wall. First we need to set the wall up. So select wall in the toolbox, double click the settings, and when the dialog opens we're going to change some of these settings. Where it says wall top, change that to home +2, and we'll change this measurement to 1000. And what that will do is keep on adjusting our wall height so it's correct if we add stories on. And at the bottom offset we want 0 because we want to sit on top of the slab. Over here we want to choose our exterior wall 1 that we created. There it is. Now the only other thing is the reference line. When we draw the wall on, we want the measurement to go from the outside of the wall, the outside face, so make sure that's selected. Next, go to floor plan and section. Close geometry. It's very important you do this step. Under floor plan display, the next one down says show on stories, home story only. We need to select that, go into the arrow, and make sure you select all relevant stories. If we don't select that, what happens is when you go to the other roof story or gallery story, you won't be able to see what's on those stories. So it's very important that all relevant stories is displayed there. Down under the model tab, override the surfaces, and we need to go and find brick, white, natural, and the paint surfaces on the inside, override, we find paint, titanium white, and the inside will make paint titanium white. And the other thing that's important is the layer that we're on, wall external, and click OK. Now we can come in. Let's have a look at what size the house is. We can see from the measurements here that we're going 9.5 meters plus 250 plus 250, which is 500, so it's 10 meters long. And this way 5.5, 250, 250 equals 6 meters. So we go up 6, long side 10. Let's go in and start our wall. Click on the point here. We're ready to put our wall in. There we go. Yeah, as you can see there's a horizontal and vertical dimension. If we hit D, make sure you've got the dimension 1, and we said the long side was 10. So 10,000 is 10 meters, and don't hit enter or anything, just click the next line down and we'll go 6,000, then go enter, and the size of my house is done. Let's have a look in 3D view. And we can see the walls of our house and it's in the correct position. Go back to 2D and save.